Hello, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, nice to meet you. My name is Reija. Today I'm doing you a full-ish face of Sheglam products that I got from the post yesterday. I don't have a powder, setting spray, brow gel, stuff like that, but I have a full-ish face of Sheglam, and yeah, I'm going to use this Sheglam Hold the Cone palette, which looks like this. And here are the swatches. So here is Sheglam Hold the Cone palette. And this is what it looks inside. I swatch it from here to here and here to here. And here are the swatches. That very light shade. Some of the shades, like this very light, you can barely see it, and this dark brown and the light purple, I had to dip to the pan 3 times and swipe 3 times to get them to show. These blues are beautiful. The shimmers are, well, okay. They're not anything special to me, but yeah. This white could be possible nice highlighter if you like glittery highlighters. But yeah, here's the swatches. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do today. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Throw me a comment. I'd like to know your opinion about Sheglam. Have you tried them, or are you going to try them? And what do you think about them? And yeah, let's go put some makeup on. Okay, so foolish face of Sheglam. I'm trying to film 3rd time now. I have wiped 2 looks away already. I'm going to use Hold the Cone palette. I changed the palette that I used. I have some staining, but you know, that's life. So I'm going to use my, I don't have a eye primer or face primer. So as an eye primer, I'm going to use my ABH. And if you hear sounds, it's Saturday and my kid and boyfriend are home. I just really want to film with this stuff, but like I said, I tried 2 times already and I wiped them off and took a little break, and now I'll try again. So I was thinking of doing kind of 2-toned look. Cut crease. Well, you see. Itchy nose. I'm gonna start with this E36 from Morphe, and I'll take the dark purple shade. It's called Inside Scoop. Then I'll blend it with this, and then I'll use this the Sub-Zero Hero and Case of the Blues. I'm actually going to use the, let me think, yeah, the purple in the outside and blue in the inside. So I'm starting with the blue called Sub-Zero Hero, the darker blue or green. This is kind of bluish greenish. And these are not hugely pigmented, as you can see. So I might have to try to darken this a bit. With the brown. My son is coughing. So I tried with the Aquarius palette first, and of course I'm going to film that too, but now I just wanted to go to a different palette and maybe film the star sign palettes together, because that Aquarius palette doesn't really have it has only one shimmer and it's silver. So and then I'll take this brush from Flyer. This is 403 smoky eyeshadow brush, I think. And I'm going to take the dark purple inside scoop. And this brush is just stained. It's not dirty. I actually cleaned my brushes after the second try to have brushes when I start again. Yeah, I really need to darken this up with an brown. Actually, now it went darker. I don't know, we'll see. I'm cleaning this edge, so I'm not very careful with it. So with the experience I have this far, at least these that I have used aren't hugely pigmented, but you know, it's few euros only per palette, so you can't expect them to be like high-end shadows. I'm trying to deepen that. These are very kick-uppy, by the way. It doesn't bother me, but some people don't like it. I'm mixing the blue to this brush with, the brown. The brown is called Earl Grey All Day. Nothing is really happening. So it seems that you have to do quite a lot of work, at least with this palette. The other palette I used first didn't need this much to get the pigment. I think they're their newest release, those star sign palettes, so they may be different formula. And then I'll take a little blending brush for the blue. So I'm only using 2 blue shades. Now I'll take the shade Case of the Blues. Let's see, it may be that I have to add something lighter. This is quite dark. Well, dark and dark. Not really, but I know it's actually good. Blending shade. This isn't going to be a very dark look. So the 2 times I tried today before, they looked good, and then I just kept adding things and then it didn't look good anymore. Okay, and then I'll need a blending brush for the purple. I'll take this one from Morphe. This is from the Eye Obsessed set, so it doesn't have a name on it. And this purple is called Too Cool for School. So you really have to dig in with this shade to get any color payoff. This doesn't blend so well. Yeah, not liking this. But we'll roll with it. Just takes a lot of work. I mean, you can barely see this shade. Not good at all. This is going a bit higher from there. The blues were okay, but this just isn't even showing. Like, look how much kick up there is. Usually kick up means there's a pigment, but this shade doesn't have a pigment. And it looks patchy. Okay. I'm going through the shades again. This blue have good pigment. Just that purple looks so patchy. I probably went a bit too ham on the lighter because this didn't want to blend. So this purple isn't good. I can tell you that much. This darker purple is okay. It's patchy on the other eye, but we'll see. You know, like some shadows are that you just dip once very lightly and they have huge pigment. This is like I'm really digging my brush in the pan. It doesn't want to blend. So maybe I'll do it like this. I'm not really going to. I'm gonna sharpen this edge in here and also in here. I'm trying to blend it the darker by itself because this isn't looking good. Or maybe I'll just leave it like that. The other side is a bit thicker. Like this. Just gonna try to work the patchiness a bit. I guess it's okay. It's patchy. It is patchy. So I'm going to try the trick that I did in my live. I'm gonna add more primer to the patchy spots. Try to get it better with that. It looks a bit better. That's it. I'm going to cut my crease now. Okay, I cut my crease. Let's use the shimmers. I'm going to use my finger on them. And I'm going to do, I put the purple in the front and the blue in the end. So I'll take this purple and this blue. So I need a brush to do the edges. I can take this kind of brush from, I forgot to say the brushes to you, but this is Hide and Sleek from Beauty Bay. So I use the purple shimmer in front and I'm just going the edges with the brush. I need to wet this. I'm gonna use finger after I've done the edges with this. And I'm probably gonna add something to the edge. This is like meh shimmer. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to put. I'm such an idiot. Let's put the primer underneath. That would help. Now I'm gonna fix a bit with the blue or green. It's like something between. Okay, now let's try. Wet the brush. And do the edge. Well, it still isn't showing. So let's go in with the finger. Now it's showing something. It's nothing to write home about. Sorry to say that. I haven't swatched these yet, so I'm gonna swatch them after I've done the look. But this far, it's a nope for this palette. No from me. And then I'll take the blue I See You. This does, yeah, this has a lot more payoff. Could see it right away in my finger. I don't know, can you see it? I need to go the edges with a brush. I'll try at least. See, I don't want this to happen. And then I'll wiggle the edge of the shimmers to blend them together. Okay, and then I was thinking I'm going to use this. This is the from the Glitter Liquid Eyeshadow Trio, and this is Stormy Unfolds name. So I'm going to, actually no, I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to use this one, the Chromazone Multichrome liquid eyeshadow in the shade Aquanova. So I'm going to take this to the back of my hand and I'll do a line, like liner line with this. I want a small angled brush from Jessup. And of course, if you, this is the 212 detail liner. I'm affiliated with Jessup. I'll put the code in the screen. You also get 15% off your order. And then the rest of my affiliate links are in the description box with the Jessup one. Actually, I think I need to use it. Take it from here. This looks really pretty. Really, really pretty. It goes on well with this brush, and it's pigmented also. I don't know if you can see it. These kind of shadows, and you know, they are hard to show on camera because this is a multichrome. Gonna thicken the other side a bit because I don't want to wipe away. I don't know if you can see it, but it's gorgeous. I'll let it dry and I'll do another layer. I'm gonna prime my face now. So I don't have a primer from the Sheglam, so I'm going to use my Maybelline. Let's twist the camera a bit. Maybelline Face Studio Hydrating Primer, which is still impossible to find, and I'm sorry for that. But this Smashbox one is also, there's happening something weird in Kicks. So, and I want to use a hydrating primer, so those are my options at the moment for that. And then I'm using the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer in clear. Just a tad bit more for the forehead. And now let's do another round with the Multichrome eyeshadow. Okay, that went too low. I'm starting to be a bit tired for this, even though I took a break. Maybe I should have waited till tomorrow. This side is actually quite low too. I'll let it dry, and then I'm going to take this kind of small angled brush too. This is the Beauty Bay Just Wing It, and I'm going to take the dark purple and do this edge again. But now I'm not gonna use color correction. But let's start with the foundation. So this is a Skin Finite Hydrating Foundation, and I have the shade Shell. We'll see what it looks like. I'm going to use a brush, if I can find it there. The brush I'm using is Beauty Bay in the Buff. This is quite liquidy. I took 2 pumps. Let's see, this looks quite light. Maybe yellow. We'll see. Does this... this doesn't say anything about the coverage, than what it's supposed to be. Okay, it's quite sheer. I probably need to put 2 layers. Yes, it's quite sheer. So let's take some more to the areas where I need it. So like the cheeks, because they're so red. And I didn't use the color correction because I really wanted to see how much Does this have coverage? It feels nice. It's not too thin or too thick. And it seems to spread nicely with the brush. A little bit of streaking, but I'm just too lazy to go wet and sponge. And then to the neck. The color seems fine. The concealer is supposed to be full coverage. We'll see about that. So let's try the concealer. There. So the concealer is in the shade Vanilla. And this is like just a full coverage concealer. You'll see. I'll try carefully. This is very light. I'll take this kind of bigger concealer brush. This is Flare 209 buffing concealer brush. And after having a huge accident with ABH Magic Touch concealer that just kept going and going, I took way too much first time I used it. So I didn't take that much now, but this seems nice. Like, you didn't need a lot of it, but it's not like spreading everywhere. Yeah, my skin looks okay. I have to set my under eyes though before the crease. So I don't have a powder from Sheglam, so this is just the egg lips that I have been using. I'll take this kind of Morphe brush and just set the under eyes. Okay, and then I'm going to do that trick I told you I'm going to do with the purple, because this went too low. I should do the under eyes too, but just gonna, oh yeah, fallout is real. Sorry, wasn't supposed to do that. Okay. Let's try this one as a contour. This is the Color and Sculpt stick. This doesn't have a shade name. On the other hand, other side you have this contour bronzer shade, and on the other end you have a highlighter. So I'll try to use this like the NYX. Or actually, let's see which one would be better for contour. I think it's this one, so let's just try it. It feels very thick, not as good as the NYX one, but it blends nicely, very nicely. I'm gonna look soon if it lifts the foundation. This is maybe a tad too warm to be like a contour shade. But it will do. Doesn't seem to disturb the foundation. So let's use the other one as a bronzer. So this is Sunsculpt Liquid Contour, and this is in the shade Golden Sun. Oh, I forgot to shake it. Well, I shook it earlier. These are quite similar on the shade. It looks beautiful. Looks too good to me. And then with this eye look, I don't want to use the liquid blush because it's quite orangey, so I'm going to use the Metallic Glow Blush. Jazzmatic is the shade. This is powder. Oops. And it has shimmer on it. But first, I'm going to set my face with the powder and take a little break. I'll be back then. Okay, let us continue. So I'm going to use the blush. This was the Metallic Glow Blush in the shade Jazzmatic. It has a shimmer on it. It's this kind of mauve shade. And my Beauty Bay Bake Off brush. Let's see how much does this. Yeah, it's buildable. Not a lot of pigment. Not a lot of shimmer either. Now you can start to see it. Beautiful shade. This side shows better because I need something light over there. Because, well, I have the mirror in there, but it doesn't give so much light as the lights that I have on the other side. I'm just gonna use my powder brush. Yeah, it is glittery. But I like glittery stuff, so I really like this shade. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to use the Chromazone Multichrome highlighter in the shade Lucid. I mean, you can't see a lot of it. Let me try to swatch it. You can see. I'll take my Jessup 105 Lux Highlight. This is a powder too. Whoa. Didn't expect it to be this pigmented. Whoops. Oh wow. That's beautiful. I still haven't done my brows, by the way. Maybe I should do them. I have to tone this down a bit with the foundation brush. Really didn't expect that much, but it is beautiful. Let me see. It made just a tad bit enhance the texture, but not a lot. So let's do the brows now. I don't have a brow gel, so I'll use my ABH Brow Freeze. So I have heard these pens are extraordinary. I'm gonna, if you watch the whole video, I have two shades. ash brown and light brown, and it was told that they are very dark, so I'm gonna try the light brown first and see what happens. I'm just gonna now take a bit of the concealer brush and go over here, because the ABH, you know, brow freeze removes the foundation. So let me see, this doesn't have a name written on the packaging, so I'll have to see which one is the lighter. It's that one. So this is kind of very fine tip. This doesn't, you know, it's skinny brow pencil. You have the spoolie on the other side, and then the very fine tipped pen. So let's see. Oh yeah, you can be very precise with it, and it goes on so well on top of the brow freeze. Even the NYX micro brow pencil isn't doing it this well. Okay. My son got enraged by the game. Thank God he's not yelling. This is really good, and the light brown is good for my good shade for me. What do you think? I think it's, wow, really worth it. It's only a few euros, so really worth it. Maybe a tad bit. So you have the shade in here, and you have this side, the spoolie is in this side, and the pen is on the other side. Now we'll see just how fast does this, you know, go to the end. I'm still not happy to that. I'm gonna use that highlighter, but let's do the under eyes first. I think I'm just doing the, well, I put the dark purple on the outer part of the eye. So it kind of continues my under eye. Then I'll take this kind of angled brush. This is from Sheglam. Yep. I take the lighter or brighter blue called Case of the Blues to the inner part of my under eye. Blend these together. Got it on my waterline also. It doesn't feel okay. So this Multichrome liquid eyeshadow looks like it's cracking a bit. I'm going to take this brush from Morphe and just, you know, blend a bit. Not gonna add any color. I'm still amazed how good that highlighter is, and the Multichrome eyeshadow is also very, very beautiful. So I'll use the Multichrome highlighter to my brow bone and inner corners. Small brush, please. Take this one from Morphe. This doesn't have a name. It's from the Eye Obsessed set. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. This is amazing, this highlighter. And I love this shade. Extremely beautiful. Now let's see, did I use everything? Yes. So now I'll go finish. I'll put lashes on and do my lips and hair. And earrings. And I'll be back with the finished look. Okay, here is the finished look today. It's not perfect, but what can you do? I used my Gosh nude lipstick in the shade Exposed. These earrings are from Sheglam also. Other is Star and other is Planet. Let's start with the base products and move from there. So the foundation, Skinfinity Hydrating Foundation in the shade Shell. It's actually a pretty good color match. A little bit lighter than what I'm used to, but I think it's really good. And it looks good on the skin. It feels nice. It hasn't settled into my pores or far fine lines. I have done quite a lot in between these filmings and it looks good. Very good. The concealer, I wouldn't say it's a full coverage concealer, but it's also really good. No creasing, nothing. Of course, I set my face. The shade was Vanilla. It's very light, but I think it looks really good. And then the color and sculpt stick. I didn't try the highlighter, but it's a golden highlighter. I tried the sculpt side and I think it's good, but it's not a contour shade. I'd say it's a bronzer shade more. It's quite, I think it's more bronzer shade. But it blended very nicely and yeah, nothing to complain about it. And then I used the Sheglam Sunsculpt Liquid Contour in the shade Golden Sun. I used this as a bronzer. And you know, it's a bronzer shade in my mind. So, and these are very close shades to each other, so bummer. And then I used the powder blush, metallic glow blush in the shade Jazzmatic. It has shimmer on it. I don't know if you can see it. And it's buildable. It doesn't have a huge amount of pigment, but I really liked it. It built it up nicely and I think it looks very beautiful on the face. And then the product that I liked most is this Chromazone Multichrome highlighter in the shade Lucid. My god, is this beautiful. It's very blinding, but wow, very beautiful. It just slightly enhances the texture, but nothing bad that you can't work with it, because no one is coming so close to your face to watch it except maybe your boyfriend or something. And then the eyebrow pen. This is another wow, very good for the price, especially. I mean, it's better than my NYX pen. I have the micro brow pen, and this is better. And this is only like €2, €1, something like that. Just keep in mind that if you buy these, the shades are very dark. So I used light brown, and I usually use ash brown on my brows. The tip is very nice, but we'll see how fast does it, you know, wear. I mean, do I have to keep buying them often? Because that's one thing that starts to annoy me then. Then I didn't show it on camera, but I used the Color Crush gel liner. This is blue. This doesn't have a name on it on the packaging. Can't remember. It has a sharpener on the other end, and it's just this kind of just a blue gel liner. It has hold very well on my waterline. And then for the lines in the between the mattes and the shimmers, I used the Chromazone liquid eyeshadow in the shade Aqua Nova. Very beautiful. It may be just a bit cracking, but it may be just my user error of putting too much or you know, too thick of a line. Of course, this is an eyeshadow, so it should be okay to put in a bigger areas. I don't know how much you can see it in the camera, but it's also very beautiful. I see blue, purple, green in it. Very good. Then the eyeshadow palette. That's another story to tell. The blues worked very nicely, except the the pigment isn't the best. The blues worked very nicely. I could easily blend them together. But then the purples, this darker purple, it is okay pigmented, not hugely. But this one, I mean, I really digged in it. I have a dent in this shade with only one-time use. That's how much I had to dig in it, and I still couldn't blend the dark purple with it, so I just made a sharp line and gave up. I also tried to darken the blue or green with the brown, and you couldn't see the brown at all. I haven't swatched this yet. I'm going to swatch it and put the swatches on the video, of course. But yeah, but we'll see. With this experience, no, I wouldn't recommend this. Also the shimmers, very meh. So this was the Hold the Cone palette. But yeah, that was the look today with all the troubles. Third time says the charmer. How does it go? So I tried it 3 times. I used another palette before I went to this one, and it was nothing wrong with the palette. It was just my not knowing when to stop. But anyway, so this was the foolish face of Sheglam. I'll of course do videos of all the other palettes too. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Throw me a comment. What do you think about this look? Have you bought any Sheglam products? What do you think about them? And are you going to buy some after seeing my video? And yeah, suggestions, throw me a suggestion. What palette do you want to see next? And that's all today. See you next time. Bye!